is my belief map. I chose to center all of it around happiness and peace because I think that that is a resulting state when all of these beliefs are working together. I'll start with the health category, and I hadn't intended to group it down into two groups, but that ended up happening with first exercise. I believe that exercise is very important for you, especially for your body and for your mind. Personally, I find a lot of the times that I feel better after exercising, which you would think you'd feel tired, but you actually, for me, I feel rejuvenated. So that leads on to the second one. It makes me feel good, it builds up my confidence, and it enables me to do all of the activities that I would want to do, and I believe that that's very important. A lot of times I think I would be very unhappy if I wasn't able to go do the things that I enjoy. So this food category here within the health category kind of surprised me. I had kind of intended it to be its own separate thing, but when I thought about it more, food is part of health. You can't be healthy if you don't have a healthy diet. But for me, something that my family always says is that we live to eat. So I don't believe in eating bland things that are supposedly good for you. I feel like I feel better about what I eat when I like it. But that all has to do with balance. You have to eat things in moderation. I really love chocolate, but I'm not going to eat chocolate all day, every day. And I feel like I really get to enjoy all of the tastes, the way that our bodies were created. We're able to taste and distinguish such different things through eating, and I think that says a lot to the way that we were created. And you also get to experience cultures through food. I grew up in a multiracial household, so I got to experience a lot of different cultures in the food that we cooked and that we ate. So the category I'm going to move on to next is family and relationships. I'll start here at the top. You see this little arrow here over by live to eat. I put a little social thing right there because for me and my family, eating is a very social thing. Most of the family gatherings that we have are kind of centered around some sort of food. So that really brings us together. Family relationships, I believe, are necessary to be whole. If you don't have healthy relationships or friends and family, you don't feel whole. And for me personally, when I'm not in great standing with someone that I'm in a relationship with, whether that be family, friends, or otherwise, I don't really feel good about myself. I have communication over here, and it's underlined because communication is very important. I believe that it's impossible to really have healthy, thriving relationships if you don't communicate well, and that has to do with speaking and listening. Probably listening more than speaking. I put down here, especially nowadays, people don't always agree, and I feel like nowadays some people think that it's a bad thing and you have to agree with everyone, but that's not true. People were created with a brain and everyone has different thoughts, and it's important to respect those instead of having to try to always win some sort of argument. And then when it comes to loving and serving others, I think it's really important to me that love is an action. It's not so much something that's communicated very well if you just sit there and don't serve someone else. So acting on love is important. Over here, when it comes to my faith, I would classify myself as a Christian, so I believe in God and Jesus and the Bible, and I feel like for me, the sense of right and wrong and morality stems from all of these beliefs. It's what gives my soul a sense of peace, and for me, a couple things that are important for me to remember is to trust in the Lord and to be faithful. I put activities over here because I believe it's very important to go and do things that bring you happiness. So for me, those are sports, creative pastimes, or being outdoors, especially being outdoors with others. I like to appreciate nature. I like to go camping and hiking. I like to travel, and I find that those activities are more fulfilling when I do them with others. When it comes over here to career and calling, I put those things together because I believe that it's important for your career to be something that you feel like you're called to do, something that makes you happy, something that you're passionate about. And I believe this calling is from God. He gives you these interests and these talents, and those are meant to be used to serve others and to spread the gospel and God's love to others. And this is something that should be very fulfilling. So for me, I have an interest in the healthcare careers, so this is a way that I feel passionate about serving others. And then finally, over here in the finance, it's kind of a boring category, but I believe that it's very important to have a budget and to stick to it as best you can. Something that my family, especially my dad, has always said is money is to be spent. So money doesn't really bring you any happiness if you just store it away in a bank account for forever and ever. So I believe it's important to spend money to create memories and to have fun, but it's also important to be frugal and to plan for your wedding, for your money and for your finances, and to be wise. So yeah, these are all the categories that I put in my belief map, and I think that they're all very important to achieving happiness and a sense of peace in life.